He may be gone, but he's certainly not forgotten. In New York City, there's a new Tupac cafe. And lastly, we go to the Art Paris Art Fair, where Paris shows us exactly what African art is all about.
Widely respected for his overwhelming heads and monumental sculptures, evoking themes of suffering, reconciliation, glory, and sublimation. His works grace public and private collections countrywide and internationally.
Good day, Trendz. I am Nadia Dambuza, and today we drove all the way from Johannesburg to Bronkhorstspruit to check out the magnificent Anton Smit Sculpture Park. We hope you enjoy.
We are now at the Anton Smit Sculpture Park in Bronkhorstspruit near the dam. The reason why I came here is because it felt at the time like we were moving to the end of the earth, because there's a cliff over there, and right in front of the cliff there's a beautiful dam, and it felt like heaven moving here. So then we saw this empty piece of land and we bought it, my wife and myself, 2002 October, and started developing it. Both of us had a dream. She wanted a park, I wanted a sculpture park and studios and gallery and everything. So we started shaping this piece of land. There wasn't a single tree that you see here. There was just ground. And all these trees my wife planted, and the sculptures I planted. So, we just kept on going and going and going. Fortunately, a lot of these sculptures don't stay where they are for very long because they sell, and that's a wonderful thing. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to carry on, and it's just absolutely most wonderful thing to be able to do this. Behind me there's a head called the Kungwini head, because this area is known as Kungwini. This is the Bronkhorstspruit and the dam. That means the misty place. Some people say the misty place of the kings, Kungwini. And this place becomes very misty. You can't see your hand in front of your face some mornings, which makes it very beautiful because the mist comes up from the dam and then just covers everything. So I thought, let me make a head that commemorates the place where I live. And also it is called the cultural heartland of the Ndebele. You see this lady has this neck thing, which is significant of their culture. And then I put in sharp rays in her head to make, which commemorates, or it symbolizes hope, based on the symbolic meaning of the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty has rays like this, and it means liberty enlightening the people. And this is Miss Kungwini giving hope to our country.
We went into the gallery and the tour continued.
This figure here is called the Millennium figure. I made a small one of it during the millennium, at the millennium, only as big as my hand, which is like a egg, the start of the new century, the new millennium. And then after that I made her bigger and bigger and bigger every year. So this is last year's one, which is the biggest that I've got at the moment of this particular figure. So it's like a fetus, so it's a birth, and she is the new year, being born. It's as simple as that. Thank you.
This big baby?
There's a whole series of them till they're 20 meters long, and it was a wall that I built out of bricks, and I made a mold of it. So the wall is called the Revelations from the Bible. You see, there's another one over there where the people are screaming and carrying on. So the thing about this wall is that you can't explain exactly what's going on. It's like in Revelation, when you read it, you cannot understand what's written there mostly. So just to get the feeling of what it's like to read Revelation.
So are these fasteners?
Yeah, these are jean buttons, and they're made from brass. So I thought, okay, let me see if I can stick them onto a head in such a way that they fit. And it was extremely difficult. In fact, inside here is a pattern of a triangle. The lines go that way, and that way. You see, if you don't use a triangle, you don't get it right. So it can bend and shape over the sculpture.
Okay.
More or less, you have to cheat a little bit. You see, like you'll see over here and there are some that are cut. See, like under the ear, I cut those out so that they fit. So I want to paint the ear black, you see, and then this thing stands like this. But before I do that, I put it here in the gallery. This is the gallery space to see what it would look like in a gallery.
Okay.
It stands here for a couple of weeks, and then I say, now I like it. Then I take it back into the studio and fix it up.
What is it about?
I don't know. It's actually...
Where do you get these ideas?
You just think it's going to look great when you put studs in there. Then you do it. Sometimes that's what you think. Sometimes you see what it means after you've done it, not while you're doing it. So it's like really great experimenting. So this is what it is. This sculpture is called the Burgers of Khayelitsha. And it symbolizes family groups. And this, for instance, is a man with a woman and a child, and a man and a woman. And as a group, they stand together and they have shields that protect the family unit from the evil forces on the outside. So also symbolizes that when you stand together, you are strong. And in that unity is beauty. See, even though this is like a warrior theme, there is a distinct beauty about it, even in its harshness. It's sort of like a charcoal color, which is like burnt wood.
Some observers have noted that so many of his pieces, even the most abstract ones, manage to communicate powerfully and emotionally, and why his work is possessed of a raw, earthy power that feels innately African. His body of work comprises towering human figures, nudes, impressive heads, masks, hands, angels, floating and stretching figures, warriors, as well as abstract works using mostly steel, metal, fiberglass, and bronze. Anton likes to imbue his work with an illusion of movement or gesture, bodies curling up or limbs reaching out to the onlooker, inspirational action figures projecting tremendous emotion, a call to movement. He works with metals and stones, also creating a unique iron and polymer cast mixture, which combines metal with several other mediums. Anton spends and works the first 3 months of the year in his Cape studios in Strand, and for the rest of the year in his studios in Bronkhortspruit Dam, where he oversees a dedicated workforce of 14 people. They are like family, he said. Anton Smit in his creative prime is a force to be reckoned with.